All right, welcome back, generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Good, so reviews. Thompson's is spamming reviews for bringing the games in line. There are some bug fixes here. Okay, let me format this. Let me format this list a little bit better. There are some bug fixes for generals here. The chunk IO macro, I think we looked at this last time already. This one is unused, right? Let me select main branch. Yeah, so this guy is unused, so it doesn't matter. Chunk IO macros uses type name instead of var to determine size. Macro is unused. Hash template class, let me see. Right. Null checks added in hash template class. Any class has multiple bug fixes. Any class, where is it? Here, any CPP. Yeah. What's the bug fix? Keep blank entries. We have seen this already in a previous session. We looked at this guy. Yeah. Multiple bug fixes as well as implements get float default value as float where it used to be double. MPU. Mutex is a logical fix to make the execution order mirror mutex. This one here. Lock minus minus release mutex. Raw file. Raw file. Why is there a raw file twice? Huh? Huh? What? why is there a raw file.h twice? What? I'm confused. Huh? How's that possible? Oh, it's RAM file. Oh my gosh. So there's a RAM file and there's a raw file. I somehow read this as both being raw file. Okay. So a raw file. Eliminates manual string cleanup. Ref PTR. Registry adds validity checks. Is locked. Oh, this blank space here. Good. Yeah. Is locked. What is this is locked thingy? Like, who sets this to true? Yeah, this guy. Set read only. Huh. Who's setting this? No one. Okay, good, good. Very useful. Targa. Targa Y flip. Well, just re-implemented that. Vector. Delete index. Uninitialized add. Grow step larger than 0. If is allocated or not vector max. Is allocated or not vector max. I'm not sure what the difference here is. Not is allocated or vector max. Yeah, I'm also not sure. Is allocated. Okay. Buffer increases IO buffer size from 1K to 16K. Let's say 1 kilobytes to 16 kilobytes. increases IO defaults. Win vector. Boolean vector class. Bit array. Oh. Oh, they implemented a bit array. Look at that. I also recently implemented such a thing in Unassemblyze to not have like a array of 1-byte bools, but to have an array of bits to represent like yeah, like 1-bit value to represent 0 or 1, right? And this does that. Nice. This is a really useful class, actually, in my estimation. Is the implementation good? I don't know. Vector. Vector.h. Dynamic vector class. Here, Boolean vector class. Boolean flags. Boolean flag can be represented by a single bit. This class packs the array of Boolean flags into an array of bytes containing 8 Boolean values each. For large Boolean arrays, this results in an 87% saving. That's nice. Although indexing operators supported do not pass pointers to sub-elements of this bit vector class. A pointer derived from indexing operator is only valid until the next call. Yeah. Well, this thing wastes 4 bytes here. That's not nice. I don't know why all this is necessary here. Why is all this necessary? I don't understand. It should be just this and a size. That's it. Seems to be silly here. Doesn't matter. Okay, but it's nice that they have this. The Yanni guy has just stolen the author of this file. Yeah. Delete index. Yeah, I don't know about this thing here. Is it worthwhile to mention this? Is allocated or not vector max? Maybe it's just like an unnecessary check, right? think if we can't explain it, then we just remove it. Okay, let me go through one by one as well. Thread class. Yeah, always good to put 2 semicolons here to end the line to really make sure. As timer. Ref count, just adding some constants. Ref PTR, yeah, this one is pretty important fix here. Raw file. Oh. I think you mentioned this already. Eliminates manual string cleanup. Well, let's say improves internal string management. Should probably set this to viewed RC file. Conscast. Right. It says registry adds validity checks. Is that true? It adds this slog check. It doesn't really do anything. If slogged is never set, then that's inconsequential. Well, here's some check. Registry class, bool create. Now this one is just that you can choose to either open it or create it here. It looks like it just adds functionality. Adds more functionality to registry class. Registry class. RAM file. This is raw file. Mutex. Adds fast critical section class. mutex class, critical section class. Huh? Ah, I see. Ah, so first enter critical section, then locked. Enter critical section locked. Yeah. So this guy has logical fix to make the execution, to make the execution order, to has logical fix to mirror the execution order in mutex to mirror the execution order for unlock in critical section class and mutex class. Oops. Mutex class. I think we can add mutex another. Adds fast section. Okay. Multi-lists. Any class file name, is that new? Any class. This is generals. File name. File name. Well, it doesn't exist in here. Huh. Is there an any.h here? There is. So file name is added freshly. Mutable char. What is a UU block? What does UU stand for? Multiple bug fixes as well as implements git float. Chunk.io. Targa. So this mem set 0 here. And one of that fixes anything. Maybe, maybe not. So any class multiple bug fixes. Multiple bug fixes for any class. Any. Hash template. Check out. It's a unused macro. Now uses type instead of what determines size. Multiple bug fixes. Any implements get float def value as float where it used to be double. Let's take label variation. I think implements get float def as float. Hold on, is that true? In e.cpp, where is it? Yeah. Get float. Implements get float def value as float where it used to be double. Huh? What? I think he refers to this one here, put float. Doesn't he? I don't think that this description is correct here. Implements get float def value. Any adds get double puts double functions. Get white string, put white string, put implements get this put float. Let me see. Put float. So here it passes a double here. Is this ever called? It's not called. Has multiple bug fixes for any class. Yeah, I think this one is insignificant. It's yeah. Multiple bug fixes for any class. Put float. Get float. Get float, put float. Add null checks. Hash template. Functions. Fixes. Bugs. Fixes. Logical issue. to mirror the execution order for unlock probes. Fixes important. Fixes important. Fixes important code to fixes critical dangling pointer. Fixes unused macro to now use type name instead of var to determine size. Adds functions. Dazzle CPP. Yeah, I think that covers it well enough. I think. Okay, let's add that to the milestone. Labels, unify, major, generals. Bring wwlib partially align with 0 hour. Okay, let's have one more look that we didn't miss anything. Okay, this looks good to me. This one looks safe. Get string, blah, 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 blah. Okay, looks safe. This one is adding a new file. Hold on, here we are missing something. Missing except h. Needs to add except h to cmake lists.txt. Or let's say except h missing in that. Okay, this is just adding the file here, that's fine. Ini.h. I think this one also optimizes ini optimizes buffer sizes, optimizes large local buffer sizes and some functions, right? Yeah. List node. So RAM file improves internal string management. Yeah. Same here. Let's just say changes Taga by flip function, changes function. This is vector.h. Vector adds function delete index. Side buffer increases default buffer size from this in buffered file class. It's missing null checks. Ini optimizes large local buffer sizes. Ini increases max ini line length from 512 to 4096. What is this? Keep blank entries. Here adds a bunch of new functions to load and save registries. Registry adds more functionality. Yeah, already tracked. thread class. Thread. Adds name and ID to thread class. Init vector. Vector adds function adds functions this and that. Okay, looks good to me. How about we order this by alphabet here? Oh boy. Buff file goes here to the top. BC GHIMR raw ref registry. Yeah. Thread goes here, and that should be it. Looks good. I polished the list in the opening post. We can then later transfer this into a change log entry once we get that started. Looks good apart from one thing. I polished the list in the opening post. Can then later transfer this into change log once we get that started. Good fixes for generals. But from the missing header in CMake. Let's say looks good, just one note below. I polished the list in the opening post. We can then later transfer this into changelog entry once we get that started. Good fixes. Okay, cool. Cool. The fact name array has a none in 0 hours slightly concerns me. Okay, cool. Then that's great. Let's take a look at this guy here. Often things that have been retrieved from Get Instant. Oof. Sanitizer. What is this here? Huh? Okay, add option for enabling address sanitizer. Implement fixes for memory allocations. Okay, what is this doing? Shouldn't shouldn't this be part of the other change that fixes new delete mismatch of the other pull requests? Let's say perhaps better make this part of the other pull request that fixes new delete mismatch. Memmove peak str to copy strlen str copy. Huh? Replace str copy with safer memmove as copy occurs within overlapping address space. Oh. 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 This is overlapping? mdata peak str to copy. Huh? who's a caller when this happens? Like, let me see. Ensure unique buffer of size. I find this really suspicious. This is odd. Who's the caller? Who's the caller of that when this happens? Yeah, I would like to see like who's actually invoking this or a parent function that causes this behavior. Like what is this str to copy? How does this happen? How does this happen? Wait, this seems really odd to me. Huh? Let's say this is unexpected. Because here so this guy is called set here. Where do we allocate? In here? Oh, in here. How? So str to copy will be dumped into data peak. Huh? It would mean that to me this imply if this hits, if this thing here, if this string is part of this string, then to me this indicates that that the way this ASCII string is used is wrong, right? This is unexpected. Who's the caller of that when this happens? Yeah, let's add this call. I would like to see like what does the caller actually do? And the thing is like if yeah, I'm not sure. Move. Perhaps this can be a separate pull request. Then the ASIN change can already be submitted while we review the fixes separately. Add option to enable address sanitizer. Shadow scale 1. Huh? What does this do? Shadow scale 1. Oof. ASIN. Do we have to ask ChatGPT? What does do in address sanitizer in MSVC address sanitizer? Scaling factor. Each byte of application memory maps to 1 byte of shadow memory. Whoa. Each byte of the least compressed possible mapping makes the shadow memory layout simpler and more predictable. Why this matters? A compressed shadow mapping. 1 byte of shadow corresponds to 8 bytes. More memory efficient. Increases shadow memory usage. Might reduce performance. Makes debugging shadow memory easier. One-to-one mapping. Let me put this in here. ChatGPT. ChatGPT. What is the reason to change the default shadow scale? Oof, the scrolling is not pleasant. How can we make this a quote? Like this, right? Oh boy. There we go. Oh boy, that looks ugly. Maybe we just make it an image. How about that? Paint. Let's make it a nice image. Yeah. There we go. Or is there a way to copy this properly? Copy. Oh. And can we copy this here in here? Let me see. Oh, it does actually. Oh, look at that. It does actually format it nicely if we just press a copy button. Okay, let's remove this image here. There we go. ChatGPT says let's make this bold. Oh, let's make this extra bold. Big header. Maybe that's a bit too bold. Let's make it a smaller header, like this. Yeah. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Debug build. There's another debug build. Duplicated line here. I suggest use GenZH build GenZH option asyn. Or maybe just GenZH. Maybe just GenZH asyn. Perhaps just use GenZH asyn. In my opinion, we already have too much stuff in GenZH build, and it pollutes clarity on the important options for the build targets. 0 hour games, tools, extras. GenZH. Maybe asyn enable. Maybe use asyn enable. Or maybe build. Maybe build option. That's quite long. Maybe GenZH option asyn enable. The games, tools, extras. Maybe build options. Build option. Build option ASIN. Perhaps we can make a separate pass and improve the names. Yeah, it's something I don't like here. This is only getting more. Let me make a screenshot of this. Huh? Issues. Blank issue. Improve CMake option names. The Gen ZH build options are getting polluted, which makes it more difficult to find the important targets within. The most important options are Gen ZH build generals, zero hour generals, tools, extras. And these here the most important build options are, I think they need to stand more alone without distractions, and the other Gen ZH build options need renaming. So more difficult to see the important targets. these install prefixes, it would be also nice if they were grouped together. It would also be nice if the naming of generals install prefix GenZH generals install prefix naming of generals in prefix 0 hour install prefix would group them together. To do that, they would need to be named, or they can be named that and that. One. Two. Improve gen ZH CMake option names. Okay, type, task, labels, this project, minor, build. Okay. Submit review. I created task here. I created task with good. Okay, what's the time? 1 hour 30. Okay, I will take a break here. I wish you a great day or night. Until next time, goodbye. Stop.